First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Pakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, the bishops, and the elders who rule well. All right? Shalom. Let's start at Ephesians 6 and 16. And it reads, above all, take up the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. So yeah, I'm going into this is the trial of our faith. Alright? And the Most High, through his son, he uses Esau, who is the wicked, alright, to come against his men. The Most High works on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. And that left-hand side is the evil side, so he uses Esau as a whipping stick, all right, to punish Jake, which is the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So our faith is going to be tested. You know, that's the trials. That's the condition of the battle. Let's go to 1 Peter 5 and 8. And it reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Right? Who resist steadfast in the faith. And that's us. You know, pretty soon, Esau, Edom is going to come down on the men of the Lord and lock some of us up. And some of us is going to be martyrs, you know? Not martyrs, Salakia. I'm trying to think of the word. Basically, we're going to die. Some of us is going to die in this truth, all right? Who resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished and your brethren that are in the world. But Yahweh of all grace, who have called us unto his eternal glory by Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. See? So he's going to make us perfect through the afflictions that we go through. These are the trials. And that faith, that word faith, is the substance of things, right? Not seen. So how is the 2/3? Well, I see why the 2/3 don't have faith. You know, they want their cake and eat it too. There's no way most, the jakes that are out here, okay, is going to believe in something they can't see. Let alone, they don't want to go through anything as far as punishment. But that's the faith. That's the belief. See? That's the belief that the 1/3 has, okay? The 144,000 and showing their faith is by out here doing what they're doing as far as preaching. That shows the belief, right? But through that belief and faith, we're going to be tested. It's just what it is. You see? Let me get Ephesians 6 and 10. Ephesians 6 and 10. And read down to 12. Yep. Because this is the condition of the battle, man. This is spiritual battle. You see? Ephesians 6 and 10, and it reads, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Staying in the scriptures, fasting, praying. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the powers, against the rulers of the darkness of the world, against spiritual weaknesses in high places. So that's the Lord at the end of the day controlling these elites. To punish who? These jakes. Let's jump down to 15. Yep, Ephesians 6 and 15. And your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Yep, that's it. That's plain. Got Esau over here taking pictures, but that's just what Esau do. Let me read verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation. Woo! You know that? And the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. Why Yahweh shine? I'll read that again. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh, while Yahweh shine. Man. Let's go ahead and get Ecclesiasticus 2:1. It reads, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So we want to be tempted. This is all a test. There's no way you made it yet. The Lord, you didn't go, all right? The Lord didn't come and get you and put you in your land and sprinkle that water on you. You know, getting rid of the that fleshly desire. You see, getting rid of that filth. You are still that wretched man. All right. Let's read. I want to, let me see. Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. Let me see what that says. Nah. Salakia. Yep. Let's jump down to verse 5, because, you know, through this pain and suffering, that we might have hope. You see? Ecclesiastes 2 and 5, for guidance, Salakia. Slip of the tongue. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and not go aside lest you fall. Man, devils, they act like I'm a damn fucking giraffe in a zoo. Then they think they're slick by Esau, man. Yep. Get Hebrews 2 and 10. Let's get Hebrews 2 and 10. Because, you know, the suffering that we're going through, we're being made perfect. You know? That's that patience. All right? Patience go into suffering. So Hebrews 2 and 10, and it reads, for it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and bringing many sons into glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering. So you see, you got to go through it. You get to it. These are the trials. Let's get another example, which is 1 Peter 4 and 10. Is that 4 and 10? Salakia. 1 Peter 4 and 12. And it reads, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as through some strange thing happen unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, because he went through it before he conquered death. Yahushua went through hell. And if he went through some things, you know we're going to go through it. We are not sealed. We are not saved yet. You got to be tested. And how do you be tested? We're being tested. Our faith is being tested. That's why Esau Edom is going to come down on us to see how much your faith is true. Going into wisdom of Solomon. Let's see if your God be true. First Peter 4:13, but rejoice in as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So yeah, we get the victory when it's all done and said, you see, when it's all said and done. When the Lord comes, when we visit him, all right, in the skies, going into 1 Thessalonians 4, I want to say, right? Preparing ourselves, right, for the bridegroom. You know, that wedding. We're getting ourselves right. We're making ourselves right by going through these trials, all right? The sufferings, the afflictions. We're making ourselves perfect. We're making ourselves pure. First Corinthians 10 and 13. But Jake don't want to go through that shit. Hell no. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, there have no temptations taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who would not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. The Lord's going to give you what you can bear, man. You know, trips me out, man, when some of these Israelites, you know, they swear that we done made it. Now all we got to do is just my next verse, well, my next chapter, precept, right? Because he's going to give us what we can bear, all right? Pray to endure the hardness that, that we face. So it goes into 1 Peter 1 and 7. And it reads that the trial of your faith, I'll start at 6. 1 Peter 1 and 6, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are heaviness through the manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold, that perisheth, through it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory of appearing of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. So you see, you got to go through that fire to be purified, right? Where am I at? James 1 and 1. So shit, don't. James 1 and 1, and it reads, a servant of God and of the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad greeting, my brethren. Count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation. Because the Lord chastises who he loves. You see? And it reads, knowing this, that your trying of your faith worketh patience. It goes into suffering, being made perfect. Let's jump down to verse 12. And it reads, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. Right? Goes into the second entrance. When that man who's standing over all the rest of them, right? And he said, these be those who stood stiffly, for the name of the Lord. James 1 and 12, blessed is the man that endureth temptations, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted of any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. So hey, these are the trials. And we are not saved yet. So don't give up. Ezekiel 36 and 24. Ezekiel 36 and 24, and it reads, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you, Salakia, I don't want that. Nah, I don't want that. That's going into something else. Let's get 1 Peter 1:1. First Peter 1:5. Yep, and it reads, who are kept by the power of Yahweh through faith until the salvation is ready to be revealed in the last time, showing you we are not sealed yet. We still got some fighting to do. You see? Ready to be revealed in the last time, wherein ye greatly rejoice, through now for a season, if need, ye are in the heaviness through the manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise, the honor, and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So we're making ourselves pure and white, for that wedding. You see? Let's go ahead and read Revelations 3:10. Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, all right, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Judah. That's right, you are Judah, brother. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Now, hey man, we got to go through it to get to it. This is the trial. These are the trials of our faith. And we're showing our faith by being out here, making our bodies a living sacrifice. You see? And it's going to be much more to go through. This ain't even the final test. When that chip comes, that's the ultimate test. See? Let's get Hebrews 12:1. Hebrews 12:1, and it reads, wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience and race that is set before us. Salaki. Why do I have that down there? Hebrews. Hebrews 12:1. Yeah, Hebrews 12:1, reading down to 7, and it reads, wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. Man, so if he went through it, you know we're going to go through it. He conquered it, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God, of Yahweh. So he sits at the right hand of Yahweh. See? Got a so-called Jew across the street. Walk like he's a Jake, though. Verse 3, for considering him that endures such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. So if he's chastening you, man, call that a good thing. And scourge every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons, for what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? So you see, we're going to be tested, man. And being tested, he's going to put you through affliction, sufferings. You're being made perfect. That was Hebrews. Let's grab Revelations 2 and 3. Shoot, if the Lord can chastise his own son, and Yahweh Shai got beaten with many stripes. Whew. Just imagine what he's going to do to us. If that was all a test. But Yahweh Shai showed his faith. Revelations 2 and 3. Yep. And has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake that labored and has not fainted. Why do I got that up there? Oh, okay. Hold on. Revelations 2 and 3. I'll read that over. And it reads, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake has labored and has not fainted. So let's go into that word patience in the blue letter. In the interlinear, right? That's why I went into Revelations 2 and 3. And it goes into steadfastness, right? Endurance. In the NT, right? It goes into the characteristics of man who is not swerved from the deliberate purpose and is loyal, right, to faith by even the greatest trials and sufferings. Man. Let's go to Revelations 21 and 7. And it reads, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. Plain. Hebrews 11 and 6. And it reads, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Right? Those who diligently seek him, that's showing the faith and the belief that they have. See? I'll read that again. Hebrews 11:6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Hey, man, that's powerful. You know? And what is his reward? You know, those who diligently seek him, right, confessing the name. And I'm going to end it off with that. Second Esdras. Second Esdras 2:47. For the ones that are diligently seeking the Most High through his Son. Second Esdras 2:47. So he answered. I'll start at 46. Second Esdras 2:46. Then said unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? Right? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the living power. Right? It is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began they greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Then the angel said unto me, go thy way, Salakia, go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy God thou hast seen. So hey man, you know, Salakia, if I went off a little bit, trying to make sense of this, right? So I gave a couple precepts as far as the trials, right, and tribulations that we have to go through. We had to go through it to get to it. It's still a fight, man. So we're going to go through these sufferings. We're making ourselves pure. We're making ourselves white. We're making ourselves perfect for the wedding until we meet him in the air. All right? So that's it, man. That's all I got. With that, all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom.